So these percentage tricks will help you in calculating percentage in your mind without doing actual calculation. For example, if you have to find the percentage here, 25% of 80. So the actual method is we write 25% as 25 upon 100, then of means multiplication and 80. Remove the 0 with 0. 5 times 5 is 25, 5 times 2 is 10, and 2 times 4 is 8. So 5 times 4 is 20. 20 is the answer. So this is the way you find the percentage. How to calculate it in your mind? So we do it mentally. Since here 80 has 0 at the end, we have to find 25% of 80. We can easily find 10% of 80. 10% of 80 will be 8. How? When you write 10%, it is 10 upon 100. 10% of 80, we remove the zeros like this. So 10% is 80. 10% of 80 will be 8. So finding 10% of a number which has 0 in it is simply that you can remove the 0 and write the number, and that is the 10% of it. So 10% is 8, then again 10% will be 8, and 5% will be half of this 8. So 4, you add all these. 8 plus 8 is 16 plus 4 is 20. So if you practice this method, you can just calculate in your mind without doing actual calculation. Now let's take another example. 30% of 65. You see there is no 0. How to find the percentage? Again 10% here will be 6.5. We just put a decimal here. 10% of 65. You remove the 0. 10 means you put a decimal after a digit, so 6.5. So 10% of 65 will be 6.5, and we have to find the 30%. You multiply it with 3. So 6.5 multiplied to 3 is 65 times 3 is 195, and just put a decimal after one digit. So 30% of 65 is 19.5. Let's take another example. 20% of 85. How to find? Now 10% will be 8.5. Another 10% will be 8.5. Add these two. So 20% of 85 will be 17. You can calculate it also. 20 times 85 upon 100. 20 times 5 is 100, and 5 times 17 is 85. Although this seems easier, but if you master this method, you can do it mentally without doing any multiplication or division. You just have to add. Now try this one. 30% of 90. This is much easier. Since both the numbers have 0 in it, you just cancel the zeros and multiply these two. 3 times 9 is 27. If you have to calculate 50% of 40, you just cancel these two zeros and multiply it. 5 times 4 is 20. So if you're getting zeros, the calculation is much easier. If not, just put a decimal and multiply, or find the smallest percentage like 10% and then move ahead from there. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.